to my channel. I'm Laura Rae and I'm here with such a fun video. I have some products that I feel changed my appearance. Now, the first one that I want to share with you is press-on nails. Now, if you're not a fan of press-on nails, I still want you to listen because I have some products that I want to share that are great for natural nails. I have always done my nails. Occasionally I would go to a salon, but I prefer to do my nails at home. As I've gotten older, I feel like my natural nails are just not as good as they used to be, and my nails were making my hands look older. And when they came out with these press-on nails that you can actually stick on instead of using glue, I decided I wanted to give them a try. Now, first, you'll see me with a set of nails that are ready to come off. How do I know they're ready to come off? I've had them on a week, which they recommend only leaving these kind of nails on for a week. Besides that, as the week goes on, sometimes they get loose around the edge and I'll catch my hair. Like maybe I'm trying to fix my bangs and a piece of hair gets caught in them. So I know it's time to take them off. The first step is to soak your hands in sudsy water. Now, I should have soaked my hands a little bit longer. I'm trying to do the video, so I was speeding it up. Really, I would recommend at least 5 minutes of soaking your hands to let the nails get loose. Then I took a dental pick. This is meant for flossing your teeth. Well, this works great. This was actually a suggestion from one of my subscribers, is to go at the base of the nail and slide that underneath, and the nail comes off more easily. Now, another big question I get is, were my nails damaged? My nails didn't seem to have any damage. There was still glue left on them, and I found that it did not come off good with nail polish remover. So if I just took my hand and rolled it, the glue came off. Another thing I did was I took a little cuticle pusher to sort of get the glue off, and that was very helpful too. Now, for those of you that have natural nails, you will love this too. But next, I went in and filed my nails. You want your nails to be short underneath, your natural nails. This set of glass nail files I've had for a while, and they're just amazing. I went ahead and filed my nails with the file to get them to be the right length that I wanted. I didn't want them long underneath the nail. I put some cuticle oil on my nails too. Now, the one that I'm sharing with you is very fragrant. So if you don't like fragrance, I'm just testing this out now. It's a vanilla scent. So it was a little strong for me. I'll probably just use it on my toes, but it worked really good to hydrate my cuticles. I went ahead and pushed my cuticles back. So I did a little nail treatment with the plan of putting the press-on nails the next day. Now, if I were going to put them on right away, I would not have put that cuticle oil on, or I would have taken an alcohol wipe to wipe the nails, because you don't want the nails to be oily at all when you put them on. The next day, I went ahead and put on the nails. Usually I put them on right away, but I wanted to take a look at my nails, see if there was any damage, and I really did not see any at all. So the next morning, my hands were clean, my cuticles looked great. I was just raring to go. Now, the first step is to go over your natural nail with the little wipe they include. It's like an alcohol wipe to take off any oil that you might have on the nails. The next thing is you have to fit them to your actual nails. So I went through all the nails in the box, and it was real easy to see which ones were going to fit each nail. Then you just peel the sticker off, and I sort of just slid it down. I laid it fairly close to the cuticle and then just pushed the nail down till it lined up with my skin at the bottom of the nail. All in all, if you're going to just put a set on, it takes me about 5 minutes. Now, if I polish my nails, I end up taking an hour between drying. Even with quick dry, I'm still afraid to touch things for a while. So it's so nice 5 minutes later to be able to go on my way and do whatever I need to do. How many wears you'll get out of this box totally depends on the size of your nails. This box was around $6. These are so affordable. I've paid up to close to 10 for a box of nails. To me, it's really worth it. They're comfortable. They look beautiful. Now I could just put these on and I can get a whole week's worth of great nails. Next is my Wavy Talk. This is a smoothing tool that is so easy to use. It's just a hot brush. And this has been great for me with fighting frizz. I have dealt with really frizzy hair since I would say my mid-40s. When I went into perimenopause, my hair just totally changed. And the hair right behind my ears is just so strange. It's wiry, it's dry, it doesn't grow as fast as my other hair, and it tends to just bush out, which is a real problem when I even put my hair in a ponytail. That hair will be frizzing out. So what I do is I go through my hair with the Wavy Talk. Some of you have asked how I smooth my bangs like this. Well, I just take the Wavy Talk and go through my hair. So if you want that sort of feathery look, it's good for that. I'm not a huge fan of flat irons. They just are really tough on the hair. My hair's very fine. I just feel like they cause a lot of hair damage. So what I love about the Wavy Talk, it's a little more gentle on the hair. I can just brush through and it just smooths everything out. And that really changes your appearance when your hair is frizzy, sticking out, looking dry. That's not my best look. So the Wavy Talk has been just such a great blessing. Eye crayons have made a huge difference in my look. I love eyeshadow, and unfortunately, as we age, our eyelids do get crepier. They're not as smooth, and eye makeup can make our eyes look really weighed down and heavy. So I have been using eye crayons so much more. They're quick, they're easy, you don't have to fuss with them, they're just wonderful. I'll always love eyeshadow powder. I have plenty in this drawer back here behind me, but these eye crayons I think are much more youthful looking. I have talked quite a bit about the julep ones because they're more affordable, and to me they're just as good as the very high-end ones that I've purchased. I bought a new shade during the Amazon Prime sale. This one is called Sand Shimmer, and look at how this just glides across the skin. It just really is beautiful. So those of you with dry lids, this is so much better for you than powder. I already had this shade, Smoky Tawny Matte, and I like mixing a matte in a shimmer. So I will put a shimmer on the lid like what I have right now, and then I went in the crease with a matte just to shape the eye. I noticed when I looked at videos, when I wore eye crayons instead of powder, that my eyes looked more lifted, they looked brighter, just my eye color stood out more. So I am just really sold on eye crayons for mature eyes. L'Oreal has come out with a cushion and it's amazing. I'm wearing the shade 100 Neutral. This is supposed to be matte, but I'm telling you, this to me does not look matte. My skin does not look dry. It doesn't feel dry. Now, what I think is great about this is you just get the sheerest amount. Even when I put a skin tint on or say tinted sunscreen, it's still thicker than the coverage I get with a cushion. This one, I love the packaging too that they did. And if you've never used a cushion before, you just take the sponge and just pat into it and just pat onto your skin. Just push it into the skin. Now you'll also see me use a fluffy eyeshadow brush because I like to dip into that and get into the hard to reach areas and get really close to my lash line just to brighten that area up because that's where I tend to get dark. But this is just amazing. I think My skin looks the best it's ever looked. The thing about a cushion is it doesn't settle into fine lines. This one especially, this is one of the best that I've ever tried. I don't get any in my forehead lines that I have up here that are deeper or in here. This has lasted all day. At the end of the day, my makeup still looks great. I'm still in shock at what a great job L'Oreal did with this product. This is, I think, one of their best products I've ever tried, and definitely the best foundation from them. I would even put this above my True Match, and I never thought I would say that. This is just so thin, and at this stage in my life, this was exactly what I needed. I have to say I was really surprised by this next product, and it is helping me to feel better about the lines in my forehead. I really don't like them. They're expression lines, but I'm not willing to do any kind of treatments outside of my home for them. So I bought these. It's the My Flexy Anti-Wrinkle Face Tape. I've tried different products like this, but this is my favorite, and they're so easy to do. I just put 3 on my forehead at night. I put one for this deeper wrinkle here and one over here and here. In the morning, my face is so smooth. Now, will it be smooth at 6 o'clock at night? Not as smooth, but over time, I am seeing improvement. If I had an event to go to, what I would do is have them on during the day and then wait to take them off till I put my makeup on to go wherever I'm going, a wedding or a party. I feel the smoothness in my forehead from what I've seen lasts several hours, and that makes me so happy. This might not be an issue for you because you might not have forehead lines. Everybody has their little pet peeve. Mine are my forehead lines, and I really feel like the My Flexy tape has helped. So I just bought this box. I've been through a whole box of them, and I went ahead and purchased another box because I feel that they're worth it. So those are the products that I feel are not hype and make a difference. Everything's linked in the description of the video. Just tap the more button. Those of you that feel that this video was worth your time, if you'd leave a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, hit the button. I would love to have you here. I'm looking forward to speaking with you in the comments. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you soon.